social media. They post pictures of themselves, their family, their friends all the time. Many different sites, many different services. You know, maybe they have a Ring doorbell camera that sends video of them to Amazon servers every time they enter their house or their office. Why do you value just not disclosing your face? Why do you keep your face private? What would you say to those people to explain what your stance is in that regard?
The reason, I mean, part of it is just I was never really a fan of taking pictures of myself in general. But the reason, especially in the last couple of years where I've tried very hard, it's kind of a paradox where I'm a privacy advocate, but I also am trying to be a public speaker. And I did not anticipate many years ago that I was going to be a public speaker. So it's definitely a tricky thing to do where you're in the public eye and trying to share ideas, but there's this expectation that you also share your identity, and in a physical way, not just in your ideas. And I think it definitely conflicts, I think, with my generation in particular, but people in general, is that a lot of people, they not only like doing that, but they have this desire to be famous. Like they would like to wake up one day and see their name or their face in a paper and being celebrated. And that's not necessarily a bad thing to want.
It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Here we go, here we go. Screen, baby. Panther 11. Safety range. Street. 19 tight.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this out right, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Herbert throwing again. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I gotta say, it's going to be disappointing. I want snow. Has it knocked free. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Watson off play action. On the move to his left. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54!
Alex Watson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete.
And that's a dangerous throw right right there, moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Number 34 will come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Turbo. Come on, let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Hey, 31! Hey, 59!
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Second and 6. Blitz coming and down he goes. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they're going to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be.
Hey, you gotta snap it, you gotta snap it.
In the league had to come into this game with the idea.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play. Then they drilled him.
On 2nd and 9. Johnson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Johnson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion. execution there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Okay,
Charger drive about to get going. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the field now. Sort of anything around.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Tag!
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 11 now.
Right here.
Now it's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to a running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense and then move the ball downfield.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Second and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
After the loss to start, second and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And some room to work. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. It's Chubb. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in because, at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-7 as they come up 1st and 10. The throw right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And some room to roam now. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Here we go, Simon. Mustang 19.
First and 10, Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. He's got room at the 30, down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chargers. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They're going to carbon copy what happened the last time when they ended their drive.
Right about that point.
You ain't going over there.
Again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are defensively. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just playing on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Hey, 59!
Watson just beating the clock. He'll buy some time right. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we
The
go!
Charger drive about to get going. The this drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivators. Scored a touchdown. Last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's ride up. Let's ride up.
Herbert now. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you got to be selective about it. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. With a contact well timed there, and now
There you go. There you go.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Here's the option, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal, and the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. In a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
Oh, no time to pitch it, and down he goes, and it's in the end zone. That's going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Browns drive about to get started. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot.
I don't think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
It's almost like a double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs. Sure. just messes things up for you offensively. But now they got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Play action. It's Herbert. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the Chargers' 49-yard line.
We're set.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. For both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 94 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. The Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they can spend it.
You ain't giving them nothing today.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's Watson. And that's going to be caught from the bounds. Touchdown. Wilson Bryant as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. Home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
That's right, baby.
They run again on first down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 139 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure trying to get his guys to the second round. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a give the chunk.
We ain't giving up nothing.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They give the chop out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And trouble trying to middle here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
54! 59!
They'll try the air now with Watson. Throw right side, taken in by the tight end, Bryant. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have. You can flex him out. You can go wide receiver with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
7 yards there and a first down. Lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get some wheels back a little bit.
And he takes this one in from Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Eckler. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney coming in and dropping for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 51 yards on the punt there, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far this week. They've got the base lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoff with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative.
That's a tough drop.
Well, partner. They've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Herbert off of play action. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game.
Gordo in the playoffs.
Another turnover on his leg here.
And this one goes angling out of bounds and
Manny?
spotted inside the
Manny?
30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Partner, coaches always say that every time you score a touchdown, sometimes that's not really true. That was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure after that.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's the right front to stop
He's
him.
going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he's meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive here in the AFC. Chubb on the read option. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was
It's a big nickel.
and I think it
They messed up. Oh,
trying to ice a game.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm still gonna run it. Get off me.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
The suffering.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show them they're up to the challenge.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Get it out, get it out.
1, 2, 3.
Now the Browns will use the first
Lag is just lagging.
timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. On the carry, it's Jack. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. Experience the first few quarters.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Browns start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
It's a tough game, though. Chargers are kind of nice. Just have to play it smart, play it safe. Team, you guys got a tough team.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold season here this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Watch it back, baby. Watch it back. Watch the screen.
Now Chubb running right. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 22 and a 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz it running it, you're going to score it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
It feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort, really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth.
I whiffed.
It does appear, however,
Whiffed on that
their
tackle.
season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. It's Eckler again. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground. They're struggling to put up points. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss.
At the 60! At the 60!
They'll run forward in. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
All right, good game.
No time now.
Not really,
Take a knee.
but, good connectivity, I guess. Taking the rest of our days. All right, one more. Till next time. He was averaging like 500,000 yards. Thought he would have passed a little more. Yeah, I guess we'll see. All right.